morning and thank you for watching Eye on Africa with me, Yana Lee. These are your top headlines on the continent tonight. COVID-19 threatens food supplies in sub-Saharan Africa. The ongoing health crisis compounded by the economic slowdown. China denies that there's discrimination against Africans in its country. This after reports of students and businessmen being mistreated prompted African ambassadors to reach out to Beijing. And in Cameroon, face masks are now compulsory in public places, but they've become difficult to come by, especially in the capital, Yaoundé. More than half of humanity is living under some form of lockdown. Several African states have limited travel or closed schools. Many have opted for curfews, such as Burkina Faso. But these restrictions are making it difficult for some of the country's poorest residents to access water. Laurent Bersteke explains.
Waiting in line in the scorching heat to fill up a few jerry cans of water. In this suburb near Burkina Faso's capital, this ritual has become part of daily life for many residents, and things have gotten worse since the start of the coronavirus epidemic. March and April are the hottest months of the year in Burkina Faso, a period during which the country frequently experiences water shortages. In order to limit consumption, authorities decided to close so-called communal fountains during the day. But this year, a curfew imposed by the government to curb the spread of COVID-19 is preventing residents from going out at night. For many, the only option is to queue at a privately owned water tower like this one. Rahinatu Diasso and her 4 children have been waiting here for hours. She says they've even begun to ration water at home for fear of running out. Barely enough water to drink, and even less to adopt the sanitary guidelines recommended by the World Health Organization, like frequently washing one's hands and clothes to help ward off the coronavirus.
Now, water shortages aren't the only cause for concern. Activists warn food insecurity too is on the rise on the continent. The Food and Land Use Coalition fears transport will be disrupted and prices will rise. All of this as hundreds of millions of businesses worldwide have been ground to a halt because of COVID-19. This, of course, will affect the lives of those living in net food importing countries. To talk about these issues further, we can welcome Wanjira Matai to the show. She's the Vice President and Africa Director for the World Resources Institute. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me dive right in, Wanjira. What needs to be done to ensure food security in Africa right now?
Well, we have immediate issues of ensuring that people have food and ensuring that the supply chain of food from the farms to people's homes is secured. And so, especially with mobility being curtailed with COVID-19, it's extremely important for us to ensure that the food supply continues locally. Equally important, a lot of countries on the continent rely on imported food. And so we must ensure that ports remain open and people are able to access food that is coming into the country, even as it's being distributed. So you have both the international supply chains, but also the local supply chains. We must ensure that farmers are still getting the seed and the inputs that they need to make sure that they're continuing to grow food. And then, of course, in the future, as we look forward in terms of future preparedness, we want to make sure that we continue to secure the landscapes that secure our food, vital, critical watershed areas in Africa that are the food baskets for many of where we live. So all of those things together, some very immediate, but some more long-term.
What are some of the places and communities in Africa that are most at risk right now?
I think one of the main places that are at risk are often very highly densely populated urban settlements, which are often very crowded, a lot of people in there. And the minute, for example, here in Kenya, we have curfews or we curtail movement, those are the first places to feel a lot of the pressure. And so that is especially where local loops and linkages and how we get the supply chains distributing food in those settlements must continue.
And other than food and water security, in your opinion, what else has COVID-19 affected?
Well, those are two of the major ones. But of course, livelihoods are at stake the minute that people lose the ability to work. As we work on ensuring containment of COVID-19, we also are finding that people are losing their jobs. And so job security and most of the social safety nets and social welfare systems that exist in other countries just don't exist here. So livelihoods in general are at risk. And of course, with that, water and food come with it.
And what would you like leaders to focus on post-crisis when all this is over to ensure that if something like this happens again, that the most vulnerable people will be better protected next time?
I think the most important is ensuring that we have resilient food systems, whether it's on the landscapes or in our own food storages. We need, especially now when we are seeing countries unable to move from one to another, people to move from one to another country, that we ensure that within a country, we can ensure food self-sufficiency. That is something that we're going to have to work on, and that's about building food systems and ensuring that the supply chains, the storage, the agricultural production, the resilience of the landscapes where food is coming from, the protection of watersheds where food is coming from, all of a sudden becomes an extremely important priority.
Wanjira Matai, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. Wanjira Matai of the World Resources Institute. Now, Africans and the African diaspora have become victims of anti-foreigner sentiment in parts of China. Images of black people being refused service in restaurants and access to shopping centres have flooded social media. In the city of Guangzhou, some have even been evicted and forced to sleep on the streets. All of this due to irrational coronavirus fears. A group of African ambassadors warned Beijing of this growing phenomenon. China's foreign ministry has responded, denying that there's discrimination against Africans in the country. For more details, here's our Beijing correspondent, Charles Pellegrin.
These pictures have been making the rounds on social media since late last week. Pictures of Africans living in China, often in the southern city of Guangzhou and also in other parts of the country, who are seeing their access refused to restaurants or unable to book hotel rooms. Some others who are being evicted from their apartments and forced to sleep rough on the streets of the city. All of this is done in the name of epidemic prevention. Indeed, the country that was the first to be hit by COVID-19 is now afraid of a second wave of infections that would come by way of imported cases. This is something that authorities have never stopped repeating. What they don't often explain, though, is that 90% of those imported cases in the country have come by way of Chinese nationals. In addition to that, the country is actually, in effect, closed to foreigners since March 26th. African governments are at a loss to understand the situation and have summoned Chinese ambassadors throughout the continent to express their disapproval and anger. In response, China has responded by minimizing some of those allegations and even dismissing them. What's for sure is that China-Africa relations have now hit a new low.
Face masks are now mandatory in Cameroon. Monday was the first day the new rule came into force. If you're caught in public without one, you can now face a fine. It's the first country in sub-Saharan Africa to make them compulsory nationwide. France 24's correspondents in Yaoundé filed this report.
Of the capital, Cameroonians have a new look. As the coronavirus continues to spread, wearing a mask in public places has become obligatory. But this obligation is not respected to the letter. Most people waited until the last minute to purchase cheap masks.
C'est combien?
For a little less than €1, this vendor sells face masks made of local fabric. Homemade masks aren't always popular though.
C'est difficile. On dit 500, mais les clients ont de 200, 100 francs. Les clients aiment plus le blanc, que c'est un peu comme si c'était médical.
In the capital, surgical masks are in high demand, especially in pharmacies like this one. They are more efficient but more expensive than the homemade versions. Some clients still manage to purchase them. This pharmacy is already out of stock since government made the wearing of masks obligatory in Cameroon.
Depuis vendredi, les patients s'activent à ne demander que des masques. Ça fait partie de 40% de notre chiffre d'affaires actuellement. En attendant que la mesure du ministre de la Santé soit appliquée, nous avons un fournisseur agréé qui nous fait des masques lavables.
Wearing a mask is not yet a reflex for public transport users in Cameroon. Abel, a taxi driver, still has to educate his passengers because some even doubt the usefulness of the mask to curb the spread of the virus.
Depuis le matin, ce n'est pas facile avec les clients. Comme il y a certains clients qui ne sont pas encore habitués au port des masques, mais ce que je rencontre depuis le matin, il y a ceux qui n'en ont pas. Mais je les demande, il faut aller acheter un port de masque.
The compulsory wearing of the mask is set to last 14 days. Time for the authorities to see if the measure has had an effect on the curve of contaminations of COVID-19.
That's it from me for now. Stay tuned for more right here on France 24.
Different to me. Why people, I should have a camera to take the camera where I take me. Because me I tell you the man set up the place like a movie. So we are going to put on YouTube this week instead of Instagram, right? Where all them reach it? YouTube what?
IRFM, YouTube. Or you can go to IRFM.net.
IRFM.net, send it to YouTube. And this will depend on it continuously. If them miss it now, them can go back and find it. IRFM.net. You will see the stepping razor live. You understand? And so you will know is what talk all them fools is up on the radio at Thursday time. And you will see says a Rasta man attack them fools is there. And you will enjoy laughing at him. You understand? So yes, lovely how the place look. Me like the lighting. It look calm. In these troubled times, you need something to calm you down. Time signal and the news they open with the sports and all them something there. So I could say something here quick now. There is a serious thing brewing. Serious thing brewing across Africa and China. Meanwhile, we are really devastated by news of coronavirus and all these things that are taking place. But guess what? In China, the Africans in Africa, we call it continental Africans, is meeting hell with the racist Chinese them in China. And the presumptuousness and audacity of these Chinese to want to suspect these continental Africans of bringing the virus to China. What a piece of thing. Now, when you look at Africa, Africa have the least amount of cases, which I'm still worrying. I'm worrying that Africa has the least amount of cases. We don't know what is it that is in store there. But we see Africa have the least amount of this virus. And a French guy doing an interview suggests that them should test the vaccine them in Africa. No, if that is not the heights of disrespect and racism, I don't know what is. The continent with the least amount of virus, people who have it. The guy is suggesting to test the vaccine in Africa. I don't understand that. And this is a French guy where France have almost about the fifth in line of the country them have the most of the corona. Why am I don't go test it in Italy? Why am I don't go test it in America? I don't understand that. But the Chinese is trying to move out Africans out of them legitimate place of abode and is running them out of the places, put them on the streets. Well, apparently the Africans, them in Africa, not taking it lightly. Because we see where there's a call to get rid of all Chinese in Nigeria, in Kenya, and other places. We see now police have stopped, it's ironical, white police have stopped Chinese in South Africa, ask them for papers. Them can't talk English, them can't talk African, so them in serious problem. We see places are burned down, Chinese places are burned down, and the list goes on and on and on and on. You know, we try to get the Chinese ambassador on the program, but apparently them locked down. Them locked down, and I don't know which part them gone, you know, but we try to get that. But this is a serious development that is taking place. I don't hear the Jamaican media address on a level, because I don't know if it's free now, because them don't want to touch no can in Jamaica because of what Chinese is doing in Jamaica. But the Africans upon the continent seem to be waking up to the idea that, look here man, you could have built stadium and build parliament, build a little more, and think, you can't treat our brethren them in a China them way that we not treating them nowhere. I am told that it's 100,000 Chinese in Kenya alone. 100,000. And some of them are get married to Africans. You can't believe that? China baby calling your daddy. You Peter, can you imagine a China baby calling your daddy? You know the way they. And we say, black people, we see China people and we just accept them and we rather try to talk them language. We see white people and we just accept them and we rather try to do the deviant behaviors where them come with. Me I say, why is it that black people have got through all of this thing all the while? I don't understand it. Anyway, I get a signal, say a time signal. Yes. So, before the news come up, we did talk about this new development will take place across Africa and in China, where the Chinese, some little illiterate Chinese people is accusing Africans of carrying coronavirus to China. Can you imagine Trump get up and say it's a Chinese disease, and a woman asks him why he want to label the Chinese disease, and him say, yeah, but it starts in China, it's a Chinese disease. Right away, misbranded a racist. Now, the problem with that is that most disease have the name of a place or a person. Because remember the Hong Kong flu. Remember the Spanish, what them call that one, eh? The Spanish flu. I don't hear nobody say, oh, them call it Spanish flu is racism, or oh, them call African bees. We never go to Africa yet. That's South America, they call it African bees, because it devastates certain things. So, the argument is this now. We know all people are going there, so, through them in some little Negroes, and them are going to say, that no concern me, because we have big problem here, so. Of course, we have big problem here, so, but you want to know, Chinese there. Chinese there. And don't feel say this thing can't really get out of hand, because the Chinese seem to be moving nearer and nearer to controlling a whole heap of things that don't belong to them in the first instance. And our little lucky politicians them is playing into them hands. Our little politician them is playing into the hands of the Chinese to control and manipulate our system. Because you know, them open the place that was devastated first originally with this virus is now open for business again. People is walking to and fro in the city and doing all sorts of things except for theaters and all these places. Them open it again. You have other places that is going to open, but China is a rich place because, see, you know, most of the masks them have to buy back from them. All of the things them, the nurse them and things we wear all over the world, including America, Because I hear some American politicians are vexed. How come them really, if them don't say all the things them will deal with the nurse them and thing are made in China. So China have beard. China have beard now. Half of things where they make as it relates to the virus will come from film country. We want to figure out in ourselves if we stand up for ourselves as African people. Because most Jamaicans don't want to call themselves African, but you could have ball blood little more. You don't have to be born in Africa to be an African. And you're an African whether you want to accept it or not. A cow born in a pig pen is not a pig. It's a cow. Them go moo, them don't go understand? So we want you to know that. And we are saying that we can't stand up and don't open our mouth about the treatment of African people in China. It is blatant. We were supposed to have an interview with the lady name. She's what? Former AU ambassador. We were supposed to have her on the program today. Unfortunately, she is busy with something else. We never have her, but she had a very touching speech that she gave on the subject of the treatment of Africans in China. And we are hearing that a whole heap of people is calling for the move to remove Chinese from a lot of these African countries that them find themselves in a slowly a turn it in a some little Chongqing place. You understand? And we can't go to China, go do certain things. I mean, look at some of them videos and it's distasteful, man. Distasteful. Nobody come to Jamaica and we angle them way there. Nobody. As a matter of fact, would I do with self like what the Chinese are do the African them than do somebody else it. Because we bow down to white people and Chinese people and all other people will come our shores. But when it come to we would have killed one another. Kill one another. Nobody's walking around and the Chinese come here and do them certain things. You understand? And the Chinese was always here and nothing never used to happen to them. Look how long Chinese are Jamaica. Chinese are Jamaica a long time. And one Chinese a riot take place in the 70s there where them some Chinese something did go on and man start to mash up the Chinese store them. Terrible. I stand up and say a slide for me say a man drive a Jolly Joseph bus in a Chinese shop. Me I tell you, I'm frightened. The man them serious. But we are say we have grown to become very, nice and welcoming to people. And this is where it takes place. On top of this virus, we actually come from China. People don't want to say it, but it's China it come from. You understand? And we don't understand why is it now that they are accusing the Africans them of carrying the coronavirus to Africa. When you look, the place we have the most, I think is South Africa. I think it's South Africa have the most. Nigeria, we have nearly 2 million people. And when I say it now, I reach there, we just watch them, because these people vindictive. At 10,000 people, them said dead in the last Ebola rising, they were going in Guinea and Sierra Leone there. 10,000 people. And one man go to America with it. And him get better. And then we hear say he might use himself to test the corona vaccine. So they were interviewing on TV. Why am I doing this? Why are you doing this? Yeah, him say, well, it's for the benefit of people and this and that. I tell you that truth, I'm not so benevolent. I'm not so benevolent. I say, you can save the world if you just use yourself. And the Ebola vaccine was tested on this man. And the man come back now after so much years and I make them a test him with this vaccine, you know. That me I say, all right, sir, you're supposed to have a nice house, you know, anything where you want from government and thing, because if the vaccine at work, I tell you. Anyway, we see a whole heap of testing going on for vaccine. And you know, there's a whole heap of conspiracy around vaccine in relationship to what is going on now. You know, we don't like vaccine, you know. We don't like vaccine. And I did I said to my lady the other day, when I was sitting on a talk, I say, I bet you there is something in nature that can get rid of this virus. I don't know why I lay down my bed and say, I just get up out of my bed and I say, you know something? You know, say, I feel there's something in nature that we're overlooking that can just totally eradicate this virus. But when I look on the low, we're going too high. You understand? So everybody has searched for this and has searched for that. Everybody, I never see so much doctor in my life like now. Everybody is a doctor. Everybody know. Them people have to go to med school. All who never ever go into the bush yet. Go turn bush doctor. They never give you, if you drink this, if you mix that and all these things, and people say, yeah, this, and the doctor in China said this is good feed, and the doctor in that said that, and all sort of argument. And then now you have the next people on the other side that tell you about the reason why them put you in a house, lock up at night, and I told them why install 5G pole. The other day, somebody tell me a thing, and I say, this 5G pole go up last night, it never did all the while, it's a priority. I have to call her, it's not 24, 25 yet, 225, 45. I have to call Shamara, I say, Shamara, tell me something, you see any pole go up in a priority last night, since you get up like a morning. A man put up a stoplight pole. It look like him never see a stoplight there for it, you know. I said me to say, yes, mount, I see it there. I true you don't know where them I don't see the 5G pole. I say which part of them on the bill. Another man show me somewhere up at the university now. 5G pole. And you want to believe that, you know, because them say 5G cars this, you know. 5G cars this. And that them I say, you know, anyway, a news time. Yes, this is the stepping razor. The art of war. Okay, so we did talk about these stories that is kind of diverting you from what you must really deal with, because we are so engrossed in stories, on top of stories, on top of stories. The reality of it is that this coronavirus is here. No government, well, I don't talk for the next government, and I really not talk for no government still. I use my common sense. People, and the people them who sending it round and I say, Muta, you work for government, you work for CIA and all them something. Listen to me now. I don't care a rat you don't know what I say. But hear me now. There is no way a man will make me believe, say, the reason why the government tell you must stay in your house between 6 and 6 is because they want to set up 5G that you don't know. It's madness, it's stupidness, it's foolishness. When you go to church, go pray and make them sprinkle olive oil on your face. Because you don't sound like the preacher them, I tell the people them, all sort of, I sell the people them oil we can't this, that. And all of them now do have no oil that can help you with the coronavirus. You don't see no preacher I go to the quarantine center them to touch anybody and heal them. And Uno is doing the same thing on the next level. There is no 5G pole that is being put up because, there's no argument to the story that the reason why the government tell you to stay in your house between 6 and 6 is because they want to put up 5G pole. And then people have the mad craziness. If you take picture of some other country, pole in some other country, and I tell you, say, see there, see one there in Mandeville, see one there in Priory. And I say, so you tell me, say, 5G pole put up in you go to your bed 6 o'clock. And when you wake up, You see a big pole, a 5G pole put up between 6 and 6 in the next morning. And what kind of madness that? Oh gosh, man, efficient. At some Chinese and some white people put it up there. You understand? Because I don't understand how people can fall for them things there. And then I come turn around and say, Muta, you don't know what you say. You know, say you work for government. Yeah, so if you look at my WhatsApp, you don't understand. If you look at my WhatsApp, I tell me I work for government. True, me I tell the people them must stay in. And so then, if you stay in, oh, you got to see the poll them. And what kind of foolishness is that? Not even Lollipop believe that. Not even Lollipop believe it. Believe you me. I expect Lollipop to run, come up here and say, you know, say, me see, hey, some people, well, I don't know Rasta. I don't know. Intelligent people, you know, people you think, well, not people you think are intelligent. You see? That all the other me hear Flo put out an ad say, there's no RFM, not RFM, Flo is not involved in any installation of 5G poles in Jamaica. You know them corona and say now, yeah man, you can't believe them. You can't go around them with the motor, you can't believe them. Look at what. When 3G did not go up, everybody that said it. When cell phone come in, everybody said, see them not kill them, want to kill them having cell phone. Everybody have cell phone each up in them ears. And cell phone is a damaging thing. Cell phone a damage way. Cell phone is damaging way, and nobody is running around the place and say, well, I don't want a cell phone in a Rasta because nobody not run. Everybody want a cell phone. They want S1, S10, S11, and S15, and it's to reach a Z, Z563. Lollipop just wait for the one to come out and name 11. Yeah, because we don't understand these people. And the hurtful part of it, it's not them that cuss me and them say, yeah, one woman write and I say, Mota, all the way I think you did up on the radio to teach people, you know. But you sell out. Somebody tell me that, you know. Because me not accept the 5G thing. 5G is a dangerous thing when it come out. But you know, people, Jamaican people, listen to me. There is no 5G pole that is putting up when you're sleeping. Why would they want to put up a 5G pole? 5G is a legitimate way of transmitting digital information and all them something there. Why would they want to hide to do that? Because you feel say, is the virus, is it called the virus? No, it's 5G pole no cause no virus. No 5G no cause no virus. Me debunk that totally. No guy, no big guy, little guy, small guy can bring them argument and say it's 5G pole causing it. Nothing don't go so. You have pole with transmitting things in Jamaica which don't look like a light pole. That don't mean it's a 5G pole. And I want people to stop sending me pictures of pole from Germany and say it's Mandeville. It takes, I say it's a priory. I don't want it to sweet me though. When somebody say, see there, overnight. Because when we go to my bed, a pole, they never there, you know. See there? And they might show you somewhere over Portmore now. You see them there? Yeah, man, they might show you something. See there? They don't know, so that is a man, because them put the 5G over there. That's why the whole of the people them over there catch a virus. And what kind of madness is that? And when you not accept it now, I'm going to stop answer them, you know. I'm stop answer them. Because I answer them and I say, Bridget, you really believe say, well, you sell out. Anyway, we're not dealing with that. We're just telling the people them say, the hype is not nice. It's not nice. What we must try to do is check how we're going to make this virus move from one place to the next continuously. Because it only can move when bodies move. It only can move when bodies move. If bodies not moving, it's not going to move. And we are telling you this now, and it might sound callous. It's three things can happen. When you don't move, I will explain it to the people them, that's okay, especially the people them downtown. Because I have to say it, the people them downtown. No disrespect, but we are talking to the people them downtown and people who live near Shamara area. I can tell you something. If you don't move, you see a person who have it, if him don't move, him can't give to somebody else. So it's either him have it and him going to dead, or him have it and him going to get better. That's the only thing can happen. It's either him have it and him going to dead, or him have it and him get better. We have to go to the cash part. Listen up. Special part draw dollars up next. Okay. We want to continue the reason what we're going to say about when you don't move and when you move. Because I don't know how simple to put it, but I'm going to try. You see why the people them I tell you say you must stay far or you mustn't rub up on people and all them way there. Is that you see if you have it and you don't move, it's either, when I say don't move, I mean hold your space and you will be safe. And here it go now. People who have it, if them don't move, if them hold them space, it's either them going to dead or them it going to get better. We always want to get better because most people who have it get better. So it's either the person who have it, it's either them going to dead or them going to get better. You see the person who don't have it, you see if him hold him space and don't go nowhere, him not go get it. You see if the person who have it move and come in my space, the chances that me I go get it too. So maybe him I go get better. But when me get it, me go not get better. And if me get it and move, go in our next man's space, the chances of him getting it is likely. So the people them say, look here, stay where you're there. Don't move. Stay at your yard. Don't mingle with all heap of people. Because the likelihood of you getting it is much higher than if you don't mingle with people. It's not no little madness when I want to tell you, say, look here, we're going to lock down the place, you know, because locking down the place means, say, there's less movement from one place to the next by people. And sometimes if you have your own transportation where you one can sit down in your car and drive where you go, it's not a liability that. The liability come now when you have to go take all public transportation and take taxi and stand up a stop sign, a bus stop, to wait for somebody. Because right now, you're susceptible to the person who they beside you, and you don't know who they beside you, and you don't know the person they beside you. And him probably not have a cough, and him not have a sneeze, yet still him going to have it. So the people them say, look here, as best as possible, don't go into crowd. Don't go places unnecessarily. It's simple, you know. Because you don't want to give people it. You don't want to give nobody it. Because look at now. The person in a port, what them call it? Portmore. Them go find out say some people in a them workplace have it and get to them though. Them move, gone in a some country area. We never have it. And them go there with it because them catch a whole heap of them, you know. Because the most of the people, hey, watch out, Jamaica was doing quite fine until that Portmore thing was out, you know, when it come, you know. Because right now, most of the people them who, the numbers where them are give away, where them give away, most of the numbers come from Portmore. So it's a chain reaction that go on because them a move and go beside other people and people go beside other people. It's like a domino effect. How much time are we going to play the domino effect? I'm going to play it today again. Because it's a simple little thing, you know. Nobody now try chop you. Nobody now try put you in slavery. Because what you do now is put yourself in slavery because you want to. You see, true, we come out of slavery, a whole heap of people that feel say, them can't take order because them didn't have in order during slavery. So, even though them don't know what good for them want to see something over them to do the right thing. In other words, now, dog have to run you down, police have to beat you for you do the right thing. For you stay in your yard now, a man have to go to your yard gate and make sure you don't come out of your yard. But a man said, just quarantine yourself. Just not quarantine yourself. Click it, click it. All right. We're not click it. We're not click it. It don't reach yet. It don't reach yet. All right. We just say that the reality of the situation, and we know how Jamaican people feel, given that we have a history of slavery, and we Bucky Master and them coons them usually do to people them, take dog, run we down. You know, when we are trying to free ourselves, them shoot we, hang we, lynch we, and all them something there. But we reach a stage now where why we need Bucky Master over way to save ourselves. Why we need Bucky Master to save ourselves? We don't need Bucky Master to save ourselves, Rasta. We have enough understanding now to realize what is what and what is not. Kind of guy can't come to you now and say, everybody should stay in. And then you start to think, say, because they want to install 5G, why they tell you that? Who will tell you that? All the people them who tell you that, where them get that from? Why them must circulate it amongst people who is almost like scared and fearful? That now people will go lick down all light posts and things to see there because the light posts have certain things for them to see there's a 5G light post that you know, I'm going to lick it down. What kind of madness is this? You must put on a mask. People are telling you now, say, a foolishness. You have people actually that say a foolishness, you know. And other countries, like Sweden and them places, and even China now will make masks mandatory. Because remember a long time we did that talk about for wear masks, you know. And them used to tell you, say, the mask is only for people who have it. Right? And we did that, so better everybody go out like them have it and put it on. Now them say, mandatory. If you're going on a bus, you have to put on a mask. Them asking JUTC bus drivers not to accept any passenger on them bus that don't have on a mask. And you know, Jamaican people are going to know when them go on bus and them, the driver don't accept him say, they don't know say curfew at 6 o'clock. Then if me not take the bus, how me going to reach home? They're going to make them hold me a road now and lock me up. But guess what? If you don't go on the bus, if you go on the bus without the mask and police see the driver do that, it might lock up the driver. And then nobody no reach home because I'm going to stop the bus. What is it? You know, if you have one of them masks, like when I say everybody, you can't have a kerchief around you, know, because I don't have no mask on me really. And my head tie when I use as a shawl, as what name them, I wrap around my face. People say me look like Taliban and all them foolishness there. And I say, but wait. What is into that? What take off for you to do that? What do take off for you to do that? Why you have to run from police? When them tell you say 6 o'clock and you up on the road now and you run, why you want to run from police? I'm not going to run from police and I take stone and I stone them. Why you want to reach that level? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We need to get to think together, man. Because this thing, I can't tell them I said it might be seasonal. Right, dog, me have my supper. Because they say it might come out like when the flu season in America, like flu, you know, January, then we have it. You can't just imagine if this happen every year. This thing happen every year. You know, the minister, the minister of wellness there, him say, when him say 1.7 million people going to catch this virus in Jamaica. And then him say, him go around and say 1.5 million. Now I know, say them never expect what happen now if it happen. Because they were so gloating over them achievements that all the World Health Organization is proud of them and all them things like them a blow horn and whistle and trumpet and all these things. 200 and odd people have it now. Most of them will get better, you know. Most of them will get better. You see all them youth, they will catch it over Portmore. Them going to get better. But guess what? Them going to go among some people like all me. And like all Peter, will look like him easy to catch it. No, sir. Because I'm here. Peter, I'm going to come against Peter now, I'm a brethren. I'll come against me now, and I'm going to give Peter a call and say, guess what, you know, say, Muta have corona. And I said, then don't catch it. It's a man who suit up himself and prepare himself and everything there. But a man going to come out of my car door and I sell me all something. I'm going to take it from him and give him the money and then give me back my change. And right there, so me forget that I rub all my eye. You know, see it? And then there goes that. And then say, hey, me know, hey, say, oh, the man there, this, you know, go like you can't catch it, because you don't tell man, say you like if you catch it too, you know, but that's what I'm going to you know, say. The man there, let me know, say the man will catch it, man. You know, see it? And they have some other man out there, so the man, you're no rasta, you know, so they catch corona. Hey, there's some weird people out there, you know. Hey? Yeah. Oh, man, eat so much ice and all, them thing and them catch it. You know? Them kind of weird there. You understand? And, like, well, I tell you, you have some talk out there, man, it's unbelievable, man. Anyway, this is the stepping razor, the iron thing. Come back, the Ministry of Local Government never get the memo. The Prime Minister say it's not 3 feet again, it's 6. We never hear that. It's not 3 feet, him say no, it's 6. So we better change that ad there and don't confuse the people them. You understand? Okay. And him also say that nobody will be allowed in the JUTC bus without mask. That is what him say. You understand? Okay. So I want to remind you that there were between 3 and 4 volunteered by Prince Avery. Gross Choice, organic fertilizer, 6 Seabreeze Avenue, Kingston 2. Good for all crops, including medical marijuana. Call 930-6067. So we want to talk about food. Because we have been always pushing for the youth, them must really put them on in the dirt. Well, some people, we know, now go do it. Them love to eat, but them now go plant it. Them eat 3 times a day, but them now go put nothing on the food. Some people don't have no land to plant nothing. Because you go plant all a tree, so now you have to go move. And you know, you can't dig up the tree. But guess what? You eat food where you never plant. From people who just plant a tree there, so. Most of the people who want to sell ackee on the road never plant an ackee tree yet. Most of the people who want to sell apple on the road never plant an apple tree yet. That means that somebody out there did plant it and you know I reap it years after. So why you don't start a little thing for yourself? You don't have to have no land to plant nothing, you know. As I said before, you know. Because some people have grass at the front of their yard where them could have do it without have grass. Because them not no cow, so them are doing grass at the front of their yard. But them not no boat, nowhere to plant. Some people have cement yard, concrete yard. They might have concrete and you don't have to dig up the concrete. But you can put some. Hey, you see them big, you see, because I tell you something. You see them big barrel when I get from foreign. Listen to me good. Them big barrel when I get from foreign with all sort of Chinese things. When you have the barrel and you start to turn the barrel as wardrobe. When you start to turn the barrel as a place, cabinet. We want to put food and all them talking in there. You have to know to do. You see, if you land on land and outside of your yard is concrete, you cut the barrel in two. When I say in two, I mean in lengthwise. You cut the barrel in two lengthwise. So it's going to have two ends. The bottom, it's going to have two sides on one side, and it will have no side on the other side. But you're going to know. You're going to put one part of the barrel in the other part of the barrel. So now, when you look on it now, it's going to have two sides, because one side of the bottom is going to be over one side, and one side of the barrel is going to be over the other side. And here what you're going to know, you're going to fill it with dirt. You're going to fill it with dirt. Dirt, everywhere dirt there. You can't say you can't find no dirt. It's if you can't find no dirt, you're lazy, you're stupid, you're stupid. So here me I say now, you're going to fill up the barrel, the half a barrel with dirt. Then now, you're going to get some seed. Everybody have seed. Your pumpkin, where you just scrape out the seed. Your pepper, where you just cut out the side of the pepper and left the seed them. You just put them for dry. Tomato, you just put some sap of tomato in a strainer and rub out the strainer. Rub the tomato them till them bust up. And the seed them left in there. You just wash the seed them and put them for dry. You see when you see them dry and them alright, you just sprinkle them in the dirt, in the half, the drum them where you get your old Chinese what left things in. And then, several days after, just as long as it takes you to know if you have corona, like 7 days, you're going to see some little things that brought up in there. You're going to wonder as well, because you're not used to them. And then 14 days, you still not have the corona, but when you look, you're going to see the seed them bust up now. You're going to say, it's what that? You know, say the seed them when you're throwing there. Now, if you want, take them out and fix them properly in a line and row and everything, that's good. But you know how much tomato in a one of them, in a the half a barrel me I tell you about now, the two half a barrel them, where you put dirt in her, where you get the cockroaches them from China in her. You know how much tomato you can get out of that, just planting that. You know how much tomato. You get tomato that you would never go to market to buy so much tomato. May I tell you that? May I tell you that? And one thing I never remember, I see me I tell you now, I never remember to tell you this. You have to bust up the bottom. Before you put the dirt in there, you have to bust up the bottom. That's water can run through. When you water the plant them, the water don't settle on at the bottom of the drum them. You bust up the bottom them, put hole in them. Almost like you have to match them up back. But me I tell you this. Me can vouch for that. I want to heal up the brother them. I want to heal up the man them in a Riverton city. Who know say we come over there and say we want some drum. And me I tell you say, one man me tell you say me want drum. And yes, Peter, you see when me look down the road, up the road, a pure drum a come. Drum like drum to rotted. Drum like drum a come. I have to say, no, Bridget, we can't hold one a little. Because I'll sell them, you know. And I say, I don't want to buy no new drum because I'm going to split them. I look up the road, man, I say, man, I come with drum, I draw, drum, I come, man, I don't know which proof of rubbish him throw out in the road and take up the drum, them and bring come. Anyway, me can vouch for that, say, me plant pepper in some drum. See, half a drum I talk about. When I plant the drum, pepper like, Scotchman pepper like worries. Me plant arugula in the drum them. Me plant puzzle, but some people now go plant because them say a wild thing that. Puzzle is a good food. Just like what them call Spanish eagle. Them think they're a wild thing, but them good for eat. All people are ball out about them not have this and them not have that. On the chest too low. We must eat high vegetable like puzzle. Puzzle are good food. Some Jamaican people don't know callaloo and cabbage and little pop chow. Right now we don't like the chow talk again. We get prejudice about chow, pop chow, nothing like that. Neither poppy lollipop or not pop chow, I don't like it. So we are talking about things like arugula and kale, where most Jamaicans don't eat. You know, them say uptown vegetable, them that. But you can plant it because some of them is very, very high in whatsoever you need, vitamins and minerals and protein. You understand? Callaloo can plant in them too. Because callaloo take no woolly, watch out. You can have one callaloo root for all years, you know. For years, you have one callaloo root. All you have to do is don't root it up. Just cut off the leaf them, cut off it, and you get callaloo continuously. A little thing I talk about, you know, just a little thing. I don't know, big thing. I don't know, big thing. Eh? Scallion, thyme, all them things. There are some easy things for grow. But you see, we now look on things that way there. So when you go to the market and you see some scallion now and a man tell you how much a pound, you say, Lord, how are you talking about? But you now remember say the man you have to plant in scallion, wait how much weeks, months, and then carry the scallion come sell you. You now get him out of no work if you plant your own scallion, you know. Because if scallion enough, you can find yourself if you plant tomato. We need to plant. We need to plant Rasta. And there's no excuse for your 3 times a day and not plant. You should be arrested. You should be hunted down like people who found on the road after waiting them. They should come in your house and say, oh, you have so much land that you not plant nothing. Eh? Some people don't plant flowers. Them go in a Chinaman store, go buy the little plastic flowers and put on them what was, what not, and what is. It's joke business. Joke business. Jamaica have too much colored plant and flowers for you buy made in China plant. It's madness. Madness. Everything now you go in a poor people house made in China. Why you have so much things made in China? Sometimes you pass some nice flowers on the road and you talk about it are wild flowers. White people pass that and them want it. Them say, oh my gosh, you know, I paid how much money for this when I was in California, you know. And then come see it run on roadside. Do put a thing like bird pepper, where them call it name no cayenne pepper. When I run up and down in a bush, I never know nothing about no cayenne pepper. A bird pepper because bird yam it and drop the seed all over the place and it grow wild. No, you can't hardly find bird pepper about the place. Hardly. Bird pepper is a good pepper. It's one of the things them where them can recommend now if you want to bring a certain vibes in your belly or your stomach. As a matter of fact, bird pepper is good for cut. Yes, if you have a cut, you can squeeze the bird pepper juice in it, or you can rub the bird pepper by your. People might say, Muta, where you get them mad? They say, fam, me nah tell you something when me not do. Cut, whether the picnic little, it's better than put Dettol upon him foot. That Dettol burn out your rat, what's it not? Bird pepper, you swallow 2-3 bird pepper every morning, man. You bring warmth to your stomach. Bird pepper, ginger, turmeric, and all them things there. It's good things. But to run from them. Because we have Kentucky Burger King, all these Queen King and Kentucky and all them something there. And you don't know what you eat. We can plan to own lettuce. Lettuce is a thing where everybody love. Lettuce. Okra is a thing when whole heap of people don't love, but it's good for you. Them things don't take no whole heap of land for plant. Look at another day, I come down with how much okra seed. Everybody me see now, I tell me, say, Muta, The okra where you give me, the seed them where you give me, you know, enough okra me get a fight, you know. I know me want some okra seed. Me have to beg okra seed because man stop me at the pan Carlton Spring Road. And me see a coaster bus drive up beside me, you know. Hey, motor, you know, I'm whatever okra seed. Me took out a good and give the man, you know. The man block the road, you know, Rasta people must have wonder is what going on, you know. And me have to push my hand out to give the man the okra and everybody see me push my hand out. And the man take the okra. You know, so the man plant the okra though. You know, so all the security out there so me get okra seed and plant okra and get the okra. You know, so the operator out there so me get okra seed and plant okra and get the okra. And she's so proud. Yeah, man, she feel good. She say, "Mota, enough okra me get her fight, you know." You understand? Me go and say, me give thanks to nature. Nature, let's give thanks to the sinking to them. Where you bring last night, or where you send somebody with last night, because you know, say, me that stinking to a man. Me no wear shoes still, and my foot not have no time to stink like Paul, like Peter won. Peter foot will stink because him have a, but my foot not stink. But me love stinking toe. Me love stinking toe. Them call it locust, but a stinking toe me call it. Some people don't like it because them say, Lord, me don't like the smell. Stinking toe is a good fruit. We should be pushing these kind of fruit to the people them. You have Rasta man who get out the seed outside, powder it up and baggage it and sell it. And some people are package it in a bottle too. Them food they should have export. Stinking toe should have export. If you don't want to call it stinking toe, you mean? Call it stinking toe because you have festival now where it's one of you have a bad word festival in a Belgium. And white people not thrilled for the bad word. You have stinking toe. Put it on it, stinking toe. Me in California, in a one of the most posh part of Hollywood. And them have a high class restaurant named Stinking Rose Restaurant. Stinking Rose Restaurant. You ever saw the restaurant full up? A peer movie star going there. Yes. Cutting it, we talk about small little things that we think can make a difference to we because we are going on another level, a period of life here, so now that, trust me, the conventional things now going to work out for we again. You understand? And we have to go back to our roots, if you want to call it that. Go back to your roots. You know, see it? Things that you used to ignore. You could have to go start put it on the front burner now. Yeah, man. It's like how people used to ignore all Cersei, fever grass, and some things will grow wild in your yard. You could have to go back to them things you know. Because people are tell you about them. You know, people are show you, say, look here, Guinea and all them things. You have to go back to them. Granny way, great granny way, ancestral way. You have to find yourself in that ancestral legacy and come up with some unique way to preserve not only yourself but with integrity. Who will ever know that? For weeks now we have no connection with people coming from America. And tourism was our main source. Tourism was the source where the government used to do whatsoever them now do. Who didn't know that? We look on Cuba. For nearly 50 years, Cuba, them have an embargo upon Cuba. And when you look on Cuba, Cuba the best doctor them. Cuba health system much better than America. No illiteracy. Them have an army, they will go to places, go fight for other people. 40 years. And we there so. We so innovative. And we have the will and the strength. We need some motivation, but we have to motivate ourselves. Marcus Garvey said, if you have no confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started. We need, since we have so-called government, government is supposed to inspire the people. And this, what happening also now, is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. The stone that the builder refused has now become the building itself. We get crippled. Everybody are locked down this, everybody are do this, do not, do that, do that. People are bad say, where them going to do with them this and where they going to that and that. Yet still the world continue to spin. It come like a we are the virus. We are the virus. Because mankind is the last living thing that appear upon earth. Everything else we are alive come before man. Everything. The birds, the bees, the flowers and the trees. Everything. Minerals, everything. Come before man. Yet still man declare himself to be dominion of all the things them that him come say. It's like white people who come a Caribbean and say them discover. What Columbus discover? What has mankind discovered about the earth? More than all them have to do is use the resources of the earth for better in life and other things on earth. But instead of him use the things them at him disposal to destroy himself and others with him. The amount of animal where is killed to sustain man's appetite for dead flesh is unbelievable. Man, the amount of animal were dead, were sacrificed in the name of man's need for animal flesh is unbelievable. But he will tell you, say, man must eat cow and goat and dog and all them something there. Yes. And people, so you have some people who turn up them nose from people who eat dog. And you have some people turn up them nose from people who eat pig. The more that things where people turn up them mouth pan, yet still. Me see man tie cow, not cow, goat, upside down. And cut out him testicles, say man, you make manish water and all them something there. Me see man, look now, me see a disgusting thing that all them people, them should have, me don't know them should have give them corona. The man them take the dog them. For the crocodile them alligator, where have a Jamaica? Them put the cow, the dog them there as bait. Bait, you can use the dog them as bait, Rasta. What evil has come upon man that man could have really do that? Eh? Just like our man who I know say boy right now, him see a little girl a walk and him just rape her and then kill her. What evil? What evil? Maybe it's we is the virus. Yeah man, maybe it's we is the virus. Because no care what we do, we can't destroy the planet. But we will destroy human beings' existence on the planet. So all we're trying to do is to sustain human life on the planet. But we're going the wrong way. We are going crossways. Instead of go forward, we are going crossways. You see a cow, you see a goat, you see a dog, you see all sorts of animals. And your thing is to eat them. And some of them don't eat animal neither. And he's not an animal. I mean, he's not a dog or a cow or a goat. We have to look into certain things because we don't know already now, say. They might tell you, say, look here, cut down the meat. Because apart from it's not good for you right now, it has spread gases the animal, them has spread gases in the atmosphere that is causing pollution. This is the stepping razor. Oh, something simple, you know, and some people make it look like it's complicated. If the people them don't listen to the directive them what is given, I know the government will work off a system was set by world people for them use, to deal with. That is why every country talk the same language. Right now, it's the first thing ever make every country talk the same language. But here I know, you see the people them who now follow the protocol of what them are lay out, them will cause it even worse for themselves and worse for man like all me also now, because you know. Them will want to lock down the country if them say this thing get out of hand more. Because right now it get out of hand, you know. It get out of hand. Them will want to lock down the country. And then now you're going to hear people that say this and people that say that, which all you have to do is just do the thing what you're supposed to do. And then it will have to go to the next level. It's just simple, you know. Do the thing what you're supposed to do and it will have to go to the next level. Because the next level and the next level is always more terrible for the people them than the level before. So right now you see them lock down Portmore. It's a terrible thing that I tell you can. You know, me and some people are lick against the Prime Minister terribly, you know. For some station, and I say, oh, the Prime Minister has 7 days, and then I tell people must go shop on Saturday. What kind of madness is that? What kind of madness is that? So what? So what I say? I mean, you never hear the Bible say, the Sabbath. I know man the day before Sabbath. Man the day before Sabbath. And really right now, if man hungry on a Saturday, man go look food on Saturday, what you mean? What you mean? Man hungry, man go look food on Saturday. Some people are cussing about them and lock down the church them. And I don't see none of the pastor them. I don't see none of the preacher them. Who did that talk about them are heal people? I go at the quarantine center, go heal nobody. Them have to quarantine themselves same like me. Same way me a dodge. I same way them a dodge too. Them not supposed to dodge. Because them have the gift of whatsoever them say them have gift of. I don't understand that. So when it don't know what them are do, them will come out of them cube and start tell you some marvelous work what them do why the thing go down. You think them easy. You think them easy. Anyway, look at the panel line as well now. Yeah.
Yo, man, a quick grammar.
I tell you.
A long time.
Yeah, man, give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. But, hey, you see, when you talk about the African them or China, where the Chinese them are treat bad, I feel so that thing there with some Chinese is a throwback thing. Just like you have some Chinese can't stand Japanese enough for what the Japanese them and
yeah, good with them, yeah. During the war, yeah.
So you probably have some remember way back when the Moors did that.
No, they might be because they might say that they might bring the corona come there. No,
but for a long time, remember say you have a group of black people, black Chinese over there.
Yeah. Samurai warrior them and all them people there.
Where the Chinese them when I put them in a concentration camp a year or two ago.
Okay.
And I treat them bad too. But them are Chinese that them live hungry, but them black cause I guess the Moors when mixed with the Chinese.
With black, mixed with them, yeah.
And so no for them now have against the black man, because the black man we have over them for a long time when used to rule them. Just like the Japanese used to rule them. So maybe that's where it come from them, I remember.
You see the thing with it is that everybody come rule we.
Yeah.
And we not really go out of our way if we go in our next man country, go rule him. We rule ourselves in the next man country.
But them are come to Africa and try to rule them over the panel. Look how much video come out to do them do Kenya or them treat people bad work and them bad on them.
And the Kenyan them vex, you know, because most of the people them who you see on the thing there, we have got through the problem, you know. It's Kenyan and Nigeria and them, you know. Yeah, they call them and say, I can't tell me there's 100,000 Chinese in Kenya, you know.
Holy pest.
Oh, you mean? Them a do all sorts of things. Build this, build that, not that, build family too.
One thing me feel, you know, but that's my opinion. Me feel the whole heap of them under there, you know. As some elite soldiers, enough of them, you know. All them one when them build one police station in South Africa.
South Africa.
Me feel say them the police where them are send come there, so elite soldiers them there, they in that place. Them man play high level chess, you know, man.
Watch out, let me tell you something, man. Yeah, something dog for puppy, man. Watch out. You see, the American them realize that certain things now work out for them, so they move out a whole heap of them ammunitions out there, but them still really have America under wrap, not America, Africa under wraps, you know. The Chinese them come and I run just America now, because you see how this coronavirus, you know, so the thing I will turn out now in America and China business. But if you listen to the CNN news them and the other news them, it's a fear now because all of the things them are using at the hospital them made in China.
Yeah. You know, so them will realize they won't give enough of them things where them should make for themselves. Like we don't with food and things.
Yes.
Well, we should not produce ourselves, you make another country produce it.
Watch out, man.
Economics.
You have some people, everything we have on him, including the thing will look like a female, made in China. The ear, the fingernail, the shirt, the brief, the panty, everything made in China. How that possible?
Well, maybe a good thing still. I remember which station, which part. Some youth out there, the entrepreneur youth, some youth, about 3 youth, but them start build some mask and things.
Let me not interview them, man. Me interview them last week.
Are you interview them?
Yeah, man, me interview them before last.
Are you okay?
Them I use printer technology.
Yes. Yeah, then you. Yeah, are you ready do it?
Yeah, man.
I know me here on the radio. I remember the station. But I want to realize, like I talk about the stay-at-home thing. You can stress that more because that I think when the coronavirus is coming, like when you turn up over water and drop a little stone in there, boom, and you see ripple then go out. Yeah. And they get bigger and bigger. So that's how the virus spread.
Well, I want for people, you see, why? I will, as you say, you have to keep saying it. You have to keep saying it.
Yeah, man.
You know, if you never get the first time, you get the second time.
When man, when they have the big old brush fire, them, you know, so what they do? Them cut out the whole bush around here, burn out the bush around, so the fire burn, come this and stop. Yeah. So it no keep going. So I see me, you stay in your yard, you can't get to nobody, and nobody can catch it from you. And can't give to you.
It's just simple.
The
virus need a host.
Stay as much as you can.
The virus need a host. And human beings is a host. Where it move from one human being to the next human being. If it don't have no human being to go to, it's not going to spread. The only thing that happen, the person who have it is either I'm going to get better or I'm going to go dead. That is the only thing, you know. It's either the person who have it going to get better or the person going to go dead. But you don't want to be the person who now makes somebody else dead and then somebody else dead and thousands of people are dead because of you. It's joke business.
So all me have done it is to say then, so our two things you have to worry about, you know. Either you catch it or you not catch it. If you not catch it, you have nothing to worry about. If you catch it, two things you have to worry about. Either you get better or you're dead.
Yes.
You're dead. If you get better, you don't have nothing to worry about. If you're dead, well, no.
You don't have nothing to worry about?
No, if you're dead, well, it left to that. If you're passing right, you have to worry about no.
If you're dead, you have to go make somebody else worry.
I'm out, all right. So if you're dead, and then I have no earth with you, then if you go to heaven, you don't have nothing to worry about.
Look, man.
But if you go to hell, you are so busy at shake and really with a friend where you miss rock.
You're going to catch corona again. But you're going to catch corona again. them argument, you know, where people have about, you know, pray for this and pray for that and all them something there. And you see, me want them heal some of the corona people them in the center them. That me want them do. Me want them go in there with them prayers and touch them and invoke the blood of Jesus and make the people them walk out there. Just like how you hear them talk about them have people.
Me no mind them I use that to get peace of mind. But if you are using it to get peace of mind to the point at which you are going to not care about the next man, you endanger and the next man, you will have a problem.
Well, them are clean, say them have the blood of Jesus, I wash them, so them not.
So you have to protect them. Remember, say, me and somebody else out and have you protect me.
Yeah, me not have it neither, me not have it.
Try not to go and give it.
Me not have it to protect me, boy, I tell the truth. You know,
you see.
You have to follow orders. Anyway, give thanks, Bridget.
Yes, man, and I'm going to listen.
Yeah, me not have that neither, just like the Virgin. Me really not protected. Me not protected that way there, you understand? Me know say right now, me in the studio so nobody not there near me. Peter they over there saying put up in camera them, they say not to move again. Me never see this in my studio yet. It's like a movie thing I go on. And people are watch it, don't it? You say people are watch it? Eh? When you say what you mean? So you can know how much people are watching. 400 people are watching. Okay. I tell you. Science and technology. Somebody asked me if you do a virtual player mix. I'm going to set it up in my house so everything, you know. If you do this virtual mix, so everybody do that, will see me play music and all. Anyway, yeah. Blessed.
Mota is Winsor Gentle. How you doing, my brother?
All right. Man, identify himself. That means say in business.
I yell at the whole staff and team conduct like a vibe go on. One minute, I just want to ask, I mentioned two little things. Set aside from the coronavirus. Just before, even to my phone, I would get text messages and things pertaining towards dengue and other flu issues. Right? And then as soon as this corona thing...
Teacher D. Cassiano, con ustedes.
You understand? Nothing else about dengue or any of these other illnesses or flu viruses. No, they're about no more. You understand? So, which me find kind of weird. You understand? Because it's like, and just the coronavirus alone, we are faced. Especially in our type of environment.
Yeah.
You understand?
Well, I can tell you something, Bridget. It's weird that nobody goes to hospital with diabetes and dead from the diabetes again. From them have diabetes and them dead, you say it's corona. So you have high blood pressure, you get a stroke now, you say it's corona.
That makes sense. No,
so now look more you a gunman shooter, you say it's corona too.
Alright, here I go on. Here my effect to all of this now. You understand? My lung was punctured a couple of years ago and you understand? So them say it's a respiratory disease.
Yes.
So me with that one lung issue now, or whatever they want to call it, or one and half lung now, or whatever. You understand? Me would be more susceptible to getting that, but yet all of the things that I've been doing up to now to try to stay healthy and whatever, I am more focused on those issues, keeping my lungs up and whatever. You understand? Because there's been battles against other little flu viruses and stuff. All right, now it's springtime. Pollination, carbon cycle starts to spin and get active and whatever. So, you know what I mean? Look at pollination, look at allergy.
You're going to want to sneeze. You make it sneeze and all them something there. Yeah.
So me want to know how them differentiate now. Oh, this is more corona, this is more dengue, this is weird. You understand? I mean, really and truly, it's just like it's almost like a little bit of a confusion vibe that I bring amongst people, not just in a Jamaica or whatever, but worldwide. I mean, no matter how serious the case is. You understand? And just one other thing I want to ask, and it's pertaining towards Jamaica, as there's this little issue about sending plain air with deportee and whatever, and that is not the real issue.
No, but them come already.
Yeah, them come already, but obviously more is to forward, because if them lock down a place and the plane can't fly in and whatever, and this and that, and more things. Even though they come from there, so what they must say, do all of the testing and everything when it's happen with them, the people there, where more over in America or wherever else, to come to Jamaica now, which is limited to certain resources compared to them. You understand? Where instead of handling the situation over there, pacifying that issue where them say, all right, done over this, you know, then when them done now, them can send people them who...
All right, hold on, you go fast. Here one now. Yeah, but may I tell you something. According to the Americans, they would not have sent anyone here with such disease. So, when the man them come day before yesterday, the government of Jamaica hire a bus and thing and carry them go to an unknown hotel and put them in there for quarantine.
Oh, so they have a place where they...
Yeah, them have a government quarantine place, one hotel in Kingston, where them carry them go, and them supposed to stay there now for 14 days before they take them out.
Between me and you know, I'm well the whole of the world and whoever I listen.
Yeah.
Well, are we sure those people are really people who they consider as people who were detained or spend them time or whatever are
if we're sure, well maybe them have the papers them with the people them, but it's not the point if them sure no, because we're gonna lead to one thing to the next now and get paranoid with the next thing. Yeah, alright, we cannot sure, you know, but them there now, them in a hotel, them quarantine. So we are not because them are deport people come to Jamaica, we are not Jamaican. Hey, you know, so them deport people come to Jamaica, we are not Jamaican.
Say that again?
You know, so them deport people who are not Jamaican, come to Jamaica, who are not Jamaican. Because when the people them in New York, them have these things where Jamaica is so pronounced over there that everybody wants to be a Jamaican. Everybody wants to be a Jamaican. So when police hold them say, oh, me a Jamaican, man, what you talk about? Me a Jamaican. So when them do something, them deport them from a Jamaica. Yeah, so right now, we understand all of them things there, you know, but when I say at this point in time, the man them take a bus from the airport, put them in the bus, carry them go to a specific...
A quarantine, a designated...
Yeah, in a hotel in a Kingston, and they're going to stay there now for 14 days. Then we're going to see what happens now.
Alright. But even when you think about even the whole 14 days thing, man, even when you get a common flu, man, a common cold or something, man, about 2 weeks that mash you up, you can call it the 14 days same way, you know?
No, yeah, but no, so when we get common cold all 3 days. All 3 days. Common cold take me all 3 days to get rid of.
No, well, people whose immune system are up, I should have used that.
My immune system no good.
If your immune system not to, have the strength and certain things where you're supposed to, nutrients your body's supposed to entertain and
Virgin, I forgot. I got to take
you 3 days now. You probably not eat meat, you know, eat certain things, you know, drink, you know, do certain things, so your body activity different from a person who probably does that.
Yeah, I forgot to take the advertisement.
No problem, my brother.
Yeah. And look more when a man shoot you, you say corona kill you.
Yeah, man,
coronavirus. Click it.